4 trophies in one night, a Grammy-nominated album, and a 64-year record shattered. Meet the man from a 110,000-person island who's rewriting Caribbean music history right now. Right now, at this very moment, Skinny Fabulous is one of the hottest names in Caribbean music. In August 2024, he walked away with 4 Caribbean Music Awards, the most any artist has ever won in a single night. He's dropping new music every single week heading into Carnival 2025. His latest album is pushing boundaries nobody expected, and get this, he's doing all of this while representing an island so small that most people have never even heard of it. His real name is Gamal Doyle, but the world knows him as Skinny Fabulous, and his story proves that where you start doesn't determine where you finish. Let's talk about what Skinny Fabulous has achieved recently because it's absolutely mind-blowing. In 2024, he became the biggest winner in Caribbean Music Awards history, 4 awards in one night. Male Soca Artist of the Year, beating legends like Machel Montano. Video of the Year for his hit, Come Home with Nailah Blackman. Collaboration of the Year for the same track, and Song of the Year. Nobody had ever done that before. Standing on that stage in Brooklyn's King's Theater, Skinny got emotional and said something powerful. When you're in a category with giants like Machel Montano, you don't expect to win, you just hope people notice you exist. But he didn't just get noticed, he dominated. Today, Skinny Fabulous is a 5-time St. Vincent Soca Monarch champion and the official cultural ambassador for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He's touring constantly, performing across the Caribbean, North America, and Europe. His music gets played at every major carnival across the region. His collaborations with artists like Machel Montano, Bunji Garlin, and Nailah Blackman have become anthems. And he's not slowing down. Right now, he's in the middle of releasing new music every week for Carnival 2025. That's the kind of work ethic that separates good artists from legendary ones. But here's what makes his current success even more incredible. Skinny Fabulous is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a country with only about 110,000 people. That's smaller than most neighborhoods in major cities. He grew up in Lodge Village, a small coastal area where international music careers seemed impossible. Yet somehow, this skinny kid who his friends used to call Tin Beef because he was so thin, has become one of the most respected names in soca music. His journey from that tiny village to international stages is the kind of story that seems made up, except it's completely real. Let me take you back to show you how he got here. Gamal Doyle was born on May 20, 1985. His childhood was split between Lodge Village and Chateau Belair, where his family had deep roots. His mother constantly took him to Chateau Belair to spend time with relatives. Those trips were filled with music. Calypso and soca played at every family gathering, every celebration, every moment. Young Gamal was absorbing those rhythms without even knowing how important they would become to his future. But, as a teenager, he wasn't dreaming about soca, he was obsessed with Jamaican dancehall. Artists like Bounty Killer had him hooked on that aggressive, raw energy. When Gamal went to Jamaica to study at the University of the West Indies, majoring in media and communication, he tried breaking into the dancehall scene. He reached out to producers, knocked on studio doors, and tried connecting with music collectives like Seca. Every single door slammed shut. The reason was brutal: he wasn't Jamaican, so they didn't want him. That rejection hurt deeply, but it pushed him toward a decision that would change everything. When he returned home to St. Vincent, he stopped trying to be someone else. He decided to blend the aggressive edge of dancehall with soca, creating his own unique sound. His nickname evolved from Tin Beef to something more memorable. Skinny Fabulous was born. In 2008, everything started clicking. He won the St. Vincent Soca Monarch with a song called Head Bad. That first major win ignited something inside him that's still burning today. He kept competing and kept winning. 5 St. Vincent Soca Monarch titles. SVG Entertainer of the Year in 2009. Awards for Best New Male Artist. He was building a name, but he wanted more than local fame. He wanted to prove that small islands could compete with the giants of Caribbean music. And that's exactly what he did. The moment that changed everything happened in 2019. Skinny Fabulous heard a rhythm from producer Dada, and immediately knew he needed something special. He convinced two legends to join him, Machel Montano, who had already won Trinidad's Road March 9 times, and Bunji Garlin, one of soca's most respected voices. They created a track called Famalay, Caribbean slang for family. The message was about unity, about islands coming together instead of competing. When Carnival 2019 kicked off, Famalay exploded. The song was everywhere, at every party, on every radio station, in every street. When the official results came in, history was made. Famalay had been played 3, 4, 6 times at judging points. Skinny Fabulous became the first non-Trinidadian artist to win Trinidad's Road March in 64 years. Think about that. For over 6 decades, only Trinidadian artists had won the biggest prize in soca music. Skinny walked in from a tiny island and broke that streak. Machel got his 10th win, and Bunji Garlin finally won his first Road March after 20 years of trying, proving wrong his own 2004 prediction that he'd never win. Standing there as a champion, Skinny said people would remember that in 2019, a young man from St. Vincent made the impossible possible. That 2019 victory wasn't just a personal achievement. It was a statement that geography doesn't limit greatness. It opened doors for artists from smaller islands across the Caribbean. And Skinny didn't stop there. In 2023, he released Come Home with Nailah Blackman from Trinidad. The song placed second in that year's Road March, and became a massive hit across the entire Caribbean, and internationally. The music video was beautifully crafted, and the song connected with people emotionally. This wasn't just party music, this was art with depth and meaning. Then came that historic night in August 2024, at the Caribbean Music Awards, 6 nominations. 4 wins. The most awards any single artist has ever won at that ceremony. When Skinny accepted Male Soca Artist of the Year, beating Machel Montano and other superstars, he got emotional. He talked about how artists from smaller islands usually get overlooked, while bigger islands take all the shine. But when you're from a tiny place, and you beat the giants, it proves that borders and island sizes don't matter. Talent is talent no matter where it comes from. That night gave hope to every artist from a small place who's ever been told they're not good enough. Right now in late 2024 and early 2025, Skinny Fabulous is busier than ever. He released Find Out on the Wham 2 Dem Rhythm produced by Stratosphere Music from St. Lucia. The same production team just won St. Lucia's Road March, so the rhythm carries serious credibility. Find Out is pure carnival energy for hardcore fet lovers who want to jump, wave, and lose control. Skinny describes it as a warning. If you step into the center of the crowd where real carnival fanatics live, you're going to find out what authentic soca energy feels like. He also dropped Party Time on the Bring Back Rhythm with fellow St. Vincent artist Kubayashi. The track is designed for one purpose, making people move whether they're at the gym preparing for Carnival, or on the road during the actual celebration. Then in December 2024, something special happened. Skinny released Fallen Feathers with Machel Montano. This song is different from typical party anthems. It deals with loss, grief, and celebration simultaneously. The song starts somber, acknowledging the pain of losing someone you love. Then it transforms into a celebration of life, remembering the joy and laughter. In Caribbean culture, we celebrate even in our mourning. Fallen Feathers captured that beautifully, showing Skinny's artistic depth beyond just fet bangers. Here's what shows Skinny's incredible work ethic. He announced he's releasing new music every single week leading up to Trinidad's Carnival 2025. That's an insane schedule that reveals how demanding the soca industry is. Unlike hip-hop or pop where artists release one album and tour it for years, soca demands constant freshness. Carnival lovers want new anthems every year. At the end of January 2025, Skinny is dropping a full album he describes as risky and ambitious. He's blending African rhythms, Jamaican influences, and Trinidadian sounds. He's pushing boundaries and experimenting with new sonic territories. He's working with writers and producers from across the Caribbean and beyond. The goal is to honor soca's roots while exploring where the genre can go next. Skinny also had his album BAD, which stands for Beyond a Doubt, submitted for Grammy consideration in 2023. That's huge for a soca artist from a small island. Getting Grammy recognition puts Caribbean music on a global stage and validates the genre in ways that open doors for future artists. Whether he wins or not, the fact that his work is being considered at that level shows how far he's come and how seriously the music industry is taking his artistry. Through all this success, Skinny has stayed grounded. He lives in St. Vincent with his wife and children, whose names he keeps private to protect their family's privacy. He's talked openly about the challenges of balancing family life with constant touring and performing. Being away from his kids is hard, but his wife creates a stable foundation at home that allows him to handle the demands of the music business. She stays out of the spotlight, giving him a safe space when he returns from the road. That support system is everything, because touring as a soca artist means endless travel, late nights, high-pressure performances, and constant expectations to deliver hits. Skinny built his career on collaboration and teamwork. He works with artists, producers, and creative minds across the Caribbean. His team includes Leonardo Worrell, Rigo Suave, Kubayashi, and many others. He always credits his team because he knows success isn't a solo journey. His advice to young artists is powerful. Surround yourself with people who genuinely believe in you. Sometimes the best manager isn't the most experienced person. It's the person who truly loves you and cares about your success. As cultural ambassador for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Skinny carries the responsibility of representing his entire nation on international stages. Every award he wins puts his country on the map. Every performance shows the world that small islands produce extraordinary talent. St. Vincent's Consul General to the United States, himself a soca artist, has praised Skinny's achievements as proof that the size of your homeland doesn't limit your dreams. Every time Skinny performs at a major venue or wins a prestigious award, it elevates St. Vincent's profile globally. Despite everything he's accomplished, Skinny stays focused on something bigger than personal success. He wants soca music to conquer the world. He sees encouraging signs like festivals growing larger and soca artists filling venues that seemed impossible a decade ago. But challenges remain. Caribbean music still struggles with streaming numbers and digital sales. Fans love the music passionately, but too many consume it for free. Skinny encourages people to support artists through streaming services, legal purchases, and proper sharing. When Caribbean artists generate streaming numbers like pop and hip-hop artists, that's when the genre gets the global respect it deserves. Right now, Skinny Fabulous represents something powerful. He's proof that talent doesn't have a zip code. He's evidence that small islands can produce world-class artists. He's living confirmation that determination and authenticity beat geography and connections every time. When he broke that 64-year road march streak in 2019, he didn't just win for himself. He won for every artist from a small place who's been told they can't compete. When he walked away with 4 Caribbean Music Awards in 2024, he showed that consistent excellence gets recognized regardless of where you're from. Today, when Skinny Fabulous steps on stage, audiences don't just see a performer. They see Caribbean culture come alive. They see joy, energy, resilience, and community. His deep voice commands attention. His presence is magnetic. His connection with audiences is genuine and powerful. People feel his decades of hard work. Every rejection he turned into fuel, every barrier he demolished, and the pride of representing a forgotten island that refuses to stay forgotten. As Carnival 2025 approaches with Skinny dropping new music weekly, one thing is absolutely certain. The man from the 110,000 person island isn't done making history. He's currently at the peak of his powers, creating some of his best work and showing no signs of slowing down. The skinny kid who got laughed at is now the one laughing, but not at anyone. He's laughing with joy because he's living proof that when talent meets work ethic and authenticity, nothing can stop you. Not your size, not your island, not the doubters, and definitely not a 64-year record that everyone said was unbreakable. Skinny Fabulous broke it, and he's just getting started on what comes next.